Josh Addo-Carr situation, where's it at the moment?
Yeah, well, Danny Weidler reported tonight that Josh Addo-Carr has been asked to front the integrity unit over what was determined by the police over those results from that roadside drug test. Obviously, Gus will get to what happens with Josh Addo-Carr from a club point of view. At the moment, obviously, they're dealing with the fact that their season is over, and from the calls that I made today, it's something that's going to be discussed in the near future. But as of now, nothing formal, from my understanding, has taken place with the Dogs, and the question is going to be asked, I imagine, from a club point of view. And Gus may not be at liberty to be quite upfront with where it's at, because there's some legal ramifications around some of these situations. But I remember 2 weeks ago, Gus, we sat here about Latrell Mitchell, and I asked you if this was at your club, what would you do? And I think your words have been used the last few days, that there's something that you wouldn't tolerate. From your point of view, what happens in the next few weeks to months with Josh Addo-Carr? Has he played his last game for the Bulldogs?
I think that's too early to say. I mean, right at the moment, there's a process to go through, not the least of which is you've got to front the NRL integrity unit this week. They rang today and asked for a Zoom meeting with him, so we passed that on to his manager, who's organising that meeting for him. The players this week have their sort of final medicals to see how they're all going at the moment. He has got a little injury at the moment. Then they go through some exit interviews and assess their season and reviews and all that. At the end of the day, what will happen is that I'll come up with a decision on what I think the future of Josh Addo-Carr and the club should be as a partnership, and I'll take that to the board and discuss it with the people that count. They may or may not take my recommendation. They may have another point of view. We'll sit down and discuss it. But at the end of the day, we'll do what we think is in the best long-term interest of the club. It's as simple as that. And all the players understand that. Club first, team second, individual third. And that's what we'll do. As to referring to the Latrell Mitchell comments, I'm 100% behind that. Yeah, Latrell Mitchell, as I said at the time, I stand by those comments 100%. But we've got to deal with the Josh Addo-Carr matter.
Gus, do you feel Josh let you down, let the club down? Because he said that he didn't take anything. He's actually still denying that he took anything. And the police have come back, the second test has come back positive.
Yeah, I haven't spoken to him since the second positive analysis came back. As you say, I believe he's still protesting his innocence. At the end of the day, it's in his system when he takes a drug test on Friday night. How it got there, he needs to work that out and explain that to the people that count sooner or later. It was certainly disappointing from a club perspective. It was certainly bad timing from a club perspective. And, it wasn't good. But what was great was the way our players responded, put it behind them. The coaching staff got ready to play the game of their lives on the weekend and did so. So I was very, very proud of all that.
Is the date locked in for the chap with the integrity unit yet? Or?
Spoke to his manager this afternoon. I said, look, the integrity unit's rung. They need to speak to Josh. You work it out yourselves rather than me trying to coordinate a meeting. So he was ringing in NRL integrity this afternoon, and they'll meet this week. The NRL don't usually get involved until that drug test comes back. And then they wait to see whether or not he's going to take that and challenge that in court. But as I understand it, his lawyer said on the weekend he's not going to challenge that. He's going to pay the fine. He's going to take the penalty, which is virtually an admission of guilt on that perspective. So the NRL now feel it's time for them to step in now and make a decision on what their punishment will be. And then it'll be up to the club to see what we do from there.